All right, good Friday, everybody. I'm 5 News Chief Meteorologist Skot Covert. We had a strong cold front move through last night into early this morning. It's since pushed out of Arkansas, out of Oklahoma, pretty much hugging that Red River Valley line. We've had a lot of sunshine today, but even with that sunshine, it has been downright chilly. Temperatures dropped about 15 to 20 degrees. Kind of just really depends on where you're at. A significant drop in not just the temperatures, but also the dew point values. The air's pretty dry, and I point that out to you for one reason. You get that static electricity when you go to the grocery store, when you touch a blanket at home, or maybe your skin's starting to feel a little bit dry. This is the reason why. That cold front not only brought some colder temperatures from up north, it also brought some much drier air. So the humidity levels have come down, and that's the reason why. Here's what it's going to feel like over the next several hours. We're going to go into this evening. Maybe you got a hot date tonight. It's going to be anything but hot in the temperature department. 23 is what it's going to feel like in Huntsville. 30 Fort Smith, Van Buren, 31 Ozark. We got 20s in northwest Arkansas. Even some 20s mixing in places like Sallisaw and Podo. By tomorrow morning, well, it's going to feel chilly out there as well. Likely down into the middle 20s, low 20s in parts of Benton County. Not as cold or as brisk as it was this morning. And the reason why, it's not that the temperatures are necessarily going to change. It's that wind. Boy, it was biting this morning, 10 to 25 miles an hour. That's going to start to relax overnight. Not only do the wind speeds come down, but the wind directions is set to change. By and large, we'll see some southerly winds this weekend. That's going to help us warm up a little bit. Call it a heat wave, but we still don't make it out of the 40s across a good majority of the area. And if we do, I'm looking at you, Waldron, Podo, maybe Fort Smith, Van Buren. It'll be close. It's largely going to be a pretty cool day overall. Temperatures are a few degrees below average despite the sunshine and despite the east-southeast winds. Rain chances this weekend are null. We're going to be dry. It's going to be a pretty decent weekend. The last weekend to get some of that Christmas shopping done, I started today. I'm feeling really good about myself. In fact, I'm running well ahead of schedule compared to recent years. If you need to get some errands done this weekend, weather's not going to be a concern aside from the temperatures. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about next week. Christmas Eve still looks rather soggy for a lot of us. We've bumped the chance of rain up. In fact, I've gone ahead and declared Tuesday a weather impact alert day. The weather is definitively going to impact our holiday plans on Christmas Eve. The good news is they do drop, rain chances that is, on Christmas Day. It's not totally dry, but chances are going to be much lower before we start to see rain return back to the area the day after Christmas. Here's what we're looking at right now. Temperatures still set to be in those upper 50s, low 60s, a rather mild holiday. Normally, afternoon high temperatures, upper 40s, low 50s, according to the 30-year climatological averages. This year, we're trending well above that. I do think Christmas Day is going to be mostly overcast. Occasionally, we might see a break in the clouds here and there, but generally speaking, it's not necessarily going to be the prettiest of days, despite the fact that it was going to feel somewhat pleasant. Here's Futurecast. I've got this pause here Christmas Eve morning. We've got bulk of the rain across parts of Tulsa, Oklahoma City. So depending on your travel plans, if you're heading west on Interstate 40 towards Oklahoma City, you might want to budget a few extra minutes just on account of the good chance of rain. Could see some rumbles of thunder, especially in the River Valley. Overall, severe weather doesn't look to be a concern with this event. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the bulk of the rain sitting right on top of us. It's slowly but surely pushing off towards the east. So if your travel plans take you the other direction towards Little Rock on Interstate 40, I do think we're probably going to see rain impact the rest of the state of Arkansas. This is Christmas Eve night. The rain chances slowly tapering down towards around the time we expect Santa to be making his rounds through parts of east Oklahoma, western Arkansas. Still, though, chances of rain are going to be out there even in the first part of Wednesday morning. A lot of it, though, you can see by the time you're waking up, opening those presents around the Christmas tree, really pushing off towards the east. Not too big of a concern for us. Now, there's that lull in the activity Christmas Day, but by Thursday, especially right now, we're thinking late Thursday into Friday morning, we'll see another round of rain and potentially some thunderstorms moving into the area. Details are starting to become a little bit more clear, but I'll tell you, there is still some discrepancies in the weather model data that leaves some room for some questions that we still need answers for with regards to the timing of the event, the placement of the actual low pressure, and the variables that are going to come together to produce the potential for some severe storms. I say all of that to say this. I do think we're going to have some rain Thursday night into Friday. The question is how severe, how strong are those thunderstorms? That remains yet to be determined, but I do think we're going to have at least some potential across the region for a few strong thunderstorms. You can see a lot of that exits the area by Friday with a pretty active weather pattern continuing into the latter half of the week. Here's a look at your 10-day forecast, the exclusive 10-day forecast. This is the only one produced right here for Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, and this is what it shows you. Sunshine, thankfully due to some high pressure Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, temperatures are warming up, but it's still going to be cold out there. Lows in the 20s, highs in the upper 50s, upper 40s, low 50s rather. But that warming trend does commence next week. That warming trend, though, it also comes with good chances of rain. Now, we haven't talked much about Monday, so let's do that now. Monday, not totally dry, a chance of some scattered showers and probably even a little bit of drizzle. It might be somewhat of a nuisance weather day, not necessarily widespread rain, but a few folks are going to need the rain gear. Certainly many are going to need the windshield wipers with that drizzle in the forecast. Tuesday, weather impact alert. It's not that we're expecting severe weather Tuesday, we just know Tuesday, Christmas Eve. It's a big day for a lot of folks. You're traveling, you're making the last minute preparations as you welcome family and guests over. It's going to rain. 70% chance now of that rainfall. Temperatures low to mid 50s Northwest Arkansas. Wednesday, Christmas Day, 57 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky. We're watching Thursday. We're watching for the potential of some severe storms. As we discussed, still some questions with regards to what variables are going to come into play. It has a lot to do with the timing of the low pressure and the fronts, as well as the placement of where those lows and those fronts do traverse the area through. So as those details become more clear, I think we'll have a better picture over the next day or two. It does look like we'll see another potential for some showers going into the weekend, the following weekend after Christmas. Temperatures, though, remaining well above normal in the low 60s, but I will tell you some new information that we received today in our weather data suggests that January actually sees a pretty good chance. The odds are tilting in the favor of well below average temperatures. So if you like the cold that typically comes with January, we're talking colder than that. That's certainly something that we're going to be watching and discussing over the next several days. Lots of sunshine, though, in the River Valley Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is going to be a bit more comfortable back in the mid-50s that afternoon, upper 50s by Monday. Don't forget, though, that chance of rain is there, 30%, up to 70% on Christmas Eve. Our Christmas Day in the River Valley looking to be pretty nice, upper 50s, mostly cloudy skies. Thursday, that chance of rain and thunderstorms is going to be there. We'll keep you posted as that evolves. In the meantime, that's a check of your exclusive 10-day forecast right here on 5 Plus and 5newsonline.com.